The last message on the phone. At exactly 11:47 p.m. every night, Noah Reed's phone buzzed. Same vibration, same unknown number, same single message, "I'm still waiting." No matter how many times Noah blocked the number, it came back. No matter how many phones he changed, the message followed. At first, he ignored it. Until the night the message changed. "You promised you wouldn't forget me." Noah's heart skipped, because that was impossible. No one alive should know about that promise. 10 years ago, Noah had walked away from a small coastal town called Greyhaven without looking back. He left behind a life he wanted to erase, poverty, guilt, and one terrible mistake. Now, the past was calling him. Noah was successful now, a software architect in the city, clean apartment, ordered life, no space for ghosts. But sleep stopped coming. Every night, 11:47 p.m., the phone buzzed. One night, he replied, "Who are you?" The typing dots appeared instantly. "You already know." The next message made his blood run cold. "Come back to the lighthouse." Noah dropped the phone. The lighthouse had been shut down for years. And only one person knew what happened there. The lighthouse had been shut down for years, and only one person knew what happened there. 10 years earlier, Noah had been 17, working nights at the lighthouse to support his sick mother. That was where he met Eli, a quiet boy who showed up every evening, sitting on the rocks watching the sea. Eli talked little, but listened deeply. One stormy night, Eli asked Noah a question that changed everything. "Do you think people disappear because they're forgotten?" Noah laughed it off. That night, during the storm, Eli slipped on the rocks. Noah remembered the sound, bones cracking, the sea swallowing the scream. Terrified, panicked, and young, Noah ran. He never told anyone. By morning, Eli was gone. And Noah carried the silence like a curse. Now, standing at his apartment window, phone buzzing again, Noah knew he couldn't run anymore. He drove back to Greyhaven the next day. The town looked frozen in time. Same rusted signs. Same salt in the air. Same lighthouse, standing like a witness that never blinked. At night, Noah climbed the steps. The light flickered on by itself. His phone vibrated. "You came." His throat tightened. "I'm sorry," he whispered to the empty room. The temperature dropped. A voice came from behind him. "You were supposed to remember." Noah turned. Eli stood there. Not bleeding, not broken, but pale, eyes reflecting the ocean's glow. "I waited," Eli said calmly. "Not for rescue, for truth." Tears streamed down Noah's face. "I was scared. I was a kid. I thought—" "I know," Eli interrupted. "That's why I called you back." The lighthouse began to hum. Eli smiled softly. "Some promises don't rot with time. They echo." The light burst bright. The next morning, fishermen saw the lighthouse dark forever. Noah returned to the city. The messages stopped, but something in him had changed. He quit his job, started volunteering, spoke about guilt, truth, and owning your past. Not for forgiveness, but responsibility. Years later, when Noah passed away quietly, a nurse found his phone. One final message sat unread. Time stamped 11:47 p.m. "You didn't forget me. Thank you." After the lighthouse went dark, Noah Reed didn't sleep for 3 nights. Not because of fear, because of relief. For 10 years, guilt had lived inside him like a second heartbeat. Quiet, constant, unforgiving. Now the silence felt unfamiliar, almost loud. His phone stayed still at 11:47 p.m. No vibration, no message, just a blank screen reflecting his tired eyes. Back in the city, life tried to pull him into its routine. Emails, meetings, coffee breaks filled with laughter that suddenly felt wrong. Noah listened to his coworkers talk about deadlines and promotions, but all he could hear was the sea crashing against rocks. Every night, he dreamed of the lighthouse. Sometimes Eli stood there, smiling. Sometimes the light never turned on. Sometimes Noah was the one falling. One morning, Noah stood in front of the mirror and barely recognized himself. The man staring back looked successful, but hollow. He whispered, "I remembered," as if saying it enough times would make it true. That's when he made another decision. He began returning to Greyhaven, often, not to the lighthouse, but to the people. He volunteered at the local shelter, fixed broken fences, helped fishermen mend their nets. He listened. He stayed quiet when needed. For the first time, Noah didn't run from discomfort. He sat with it. An elderly woman once asked him, "Why did you come back, son?" Noah paused, then answered honestly, "Because I left someone behind." She nodded, as if she understood more than he said. Months passed. One evening, while sorting donations at the shelter, Noah found a small, water-damaged notebook tucked inside a box. Inside were sketches of the sea and the lighthouse. On the first page was a name, Eli Harper. The last page held a sentence, "If someone remembers me, I think I can finally rest." Noah sat on the floor and cried, not quietly this time. Years of fear and regret poured out. That night, he returned to the lighthouse one last time. He stood where Eli had fallen. "I remember you," Noah said into the wind. "Every day now. I promise." The sea was calm. For the first time, the lighthouse felt warm. Years later, Noah became known, not as a tech expert, but as someone who helped people confront their past. He spoke at schools and small halls, telling his story without hiding the ugly parts. "Guilt doesn't fade when you ignore it," he would say. "It fades when you face it." People listened, and some forgave themselves. On his final night, Noah lay in a hospital bed. At 11:47 p.m., his phone buzzed. The nurse, Clara, hesitated. "Do you want me to?" Noah smiled gently. "Please, leave it." He picked up the phone. One last message, "You stayed." Noah closed his eyes, feeling complete. Far away, fishermen saw a brief glow from the old lighthouse before it disappeared forever.